to the State Department, their request to increase. They state in it that they want to go from 440,000 to 570,000 barrels per day, and then another increase later on up to full capacity of 880,000 barrels per day. So if we don't stop it now, they're going to try and go through again and push it up even higher. The thing is, like, the tribes don't get any more money for this. Neither do the landowners. So even if they pump it up the pressure, everyone just still gets the same amount of money. It doesn't matter. Okay? But I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's other lines from Superior. One goes around to Detroit, another one goes down to Chicago. From Detroit, there's another line that goes out to the East Coast, up in Portland, Maine. That line is now coming in from Portland, Maine to Detroit. They're asking to remove or reverse that line. That's called Line 9. And they want to push the oil from Detroit out to Portland so that they can get the tar sands oil out to an export company or out an outlet port. From Chicago right now, there's one from Cushing up to Chicago, and there's one from Houston down to, or Cushing down to Houston. They want to they've already reversed the one from Houston up to Cushing, so the oil goes down now. But they also want to go from Chicago, and they want to reverse that so that when this oil comes through to Chicago, it would go down to Cushing and then down to the Gulf Coast. With that then, there's lots of what ifs. They want to put in an extra line, a whole new pipeline along these two routes so that they can put more oil through there. So this is the pinch point for us. If we shut this down, we shut them down this time, and we shut them down the next time, when they ask for another permit, there's no need for them to push all this oil out, okay? The reason we want to do all this, the tar sands. If we keep it so that they can't push more oil through, they can't expand the tar sands to what they want to do. I don't know if you guys all know climate change and everything else, but if we start letting them to push more oil through, the more carbon emissions that are going to go up, the higher the temperatures we're going to get, the more screwed up weather we're going to get, we will end up keeping this shut down. This is like a huge emissions factor in the tar sands. So we want to keep these guys shut down. We want to start saving the lives of the people up in Canada that are upstream, downstream from there. The water flows to the north there. And so these guys are getting the effects of the chemicals with cancers and everything else like that. So we want to be able to stop this too. So we are vital right now to stop this. We're at a point where we can actually do something legitimately and legally and be able to help questions. What's it going to take, right? It's going to take 3 days at least to occupy this land before they do anything. One of the things, if we can do many different things here. We can put negotiations out in that we will remain on this land and stop the pipeline until Harper meets its fence. We can do that as one condition, because Harper's going to want to say yes to this, because the Alberta governments are going to be saying we're losing millions of dollars a day. So we need this oil to go through, or else we're going to start feeling the effects of this real quick too. So we will basically blackmail them into making him say, go see Spence. Okay, that would also give him an out, since he thinks he's got to be the tough guy right now. This would be giving him an out to actually look like he's doing something, but we'd be actually controlling that situation. The other thing is, right now Red Lake Tribal Council does not even want anyone to know about this section of land and that they're negotiating. In talking with a couple of tribal council members, one of them is in charge of the negotiations, which negotiations normally means money. The other one that I talked to the other day just says, I'm I want the money. So if we leave it up to them, they're going to just negotiate out a deal, let the pipelines run through there again, and we're not going to be able to stop anything. So now's the time for us to stand up to the tribal council there. But then why I want Leech Lakers here too is that the Leech Lake Tribal Council can go to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency in their hearings and say, we have a resolution, we're opposing this increase in pressure. And we can stop it that way too. So I mean, there's different ways we can do this on different levels, but this would be this is the way that's going to help everybody out, I think, the best. Plus put us into this stuff up in Canada. Think we can do it?
Do this. Let's do this.
Okay, what's it going to take? Angie, you're up.
Make a Facebook
Did
thing.
you hear that?
Right now.
That's good stuff.
We're streaming live right now.
We're streaming live. What are you going to say to the world?
So I mean, this is huge for us to do this, and I think that we can do it. You know, we need to have, you know, like I said, we can get AIM up here if we need them to do security. We need to get tribal council, let them know what we're doing, and get their endorsement on it so that they're not caught blindsided too. But to kind of show them ahead of time that we're trying to do is to help them. And that the tribal members are saying we don't want this pipeline on our land. As I said before, one of the hardships is going to be keeping tribal members from saying, well, we want the money so we can get a per cap payment. You know, because that's one of the things we're going to be fighting against too. We're going to be fighting against the people that want to stop this and versus the ones that just want a per cap payment out of it.
You got to teach them what's in the future for them.
Right. You know, and a lot of them are going to say, well, what's this 10 acres of land going to do for us? You know, it's really not that big, but they can still stand up for that piece of land. That is our treaty land. So, I mean, that's ceded land, so that's what we can still keep. So we need to figure out ways for them to do that.
Anything?
I know you're Leech Lake.
One nation.
Leech Lake.
Boys Ford.
Boys Fort? Alright, cool. You're New York.
You're New York tribe. We got Red Lake here,
You
though.
had that condolences thing?
Yeah, I was on River seeing you around.
Oh, okay.
All right, I think that's about it.